All right, welcome everybody to the show. How is everybody doing out there today? All right, looks like we're good to go. Always got to get a sound check out of the way before we start. All right, so it's been a while, but I made a decision to do Friday shows every week, slow things down, or for every 10 new subscribers, I'll do an extra show. So it could be 2 shows in a week. But for now, 1, unless we keep getting subscribers. So please spread the word, offline especially. Not everything is online in these days. So welcome everybody to the Perfect Soulmate Show. We have 10 new subscribers, pretty much. So feel free to ask me anything about life or love, and I will be there for you. Either email me, meet me in Discord, or follow my other social media links. All the links are on the top of my page, on my main channel page. Okay, so also be sure to check out my ebook and 1-hour video course, which you can own forever. Today's topic is stop living in the past. Why? Because you are killing your only opportunity to live a happy life when you're stuck in the past. Here's what I tell all of the people that I coach offline and online. I tell everybody this. What you do right now will be your new past. So if you're not living in the present moment, creating new unforgettable memories, well, guess what? You'll be depressed forever. Guaranteed. Before you know it, you'll be angry at yourself in the future. You'll wonder where your entire life has gone. It's so unfortunate that so many people just have to learn the hard way, because they refuse to listen to people like myself trying to help them. If you want to live a meaningless, pointless, unfulfilling, unhappy, miserable, regretful, lost, anxious, sad, frustrating, aggravating, irritating, completely senseless life, by all means, plug your ears and suffer in silence. You have the freedom to throw your life away. Don't let me take that freedom away from you. I mean, it's your life, not mine. You can only lead a camel to the water. You can't force it to drink, right? There's so many sayings I could say right now, but let's go ahead and proceed. Now, for those of you who are truly interested in living the happiest life possible, stay tuned, because I'm about to give you the biggest reality check of your life. And I hope you listen carefully, because it's precisely what you need to hear if you want to succeed. Number 1, I'm going to have 6 points, by the way. Number 1, the past is in the past. Realize that it's never coming back. Okay? You can choose to be all depressed about it and waste your entire life foolishly being sad and upset about today's world. Believe me when I say that many people are stuck in a trance. It's just absolutely amazing how depressing their lives are. All they do is talk about the past to no end. Old people looking at family photo albums all day. Middle-aged people in the midlife crisis wanting to start all over again because they're all afraid to face the present and be a strong person in charge of their life. Sadly, even kids, teenagers, and young adults are doing the same thing already when they haven't even experienced a fraction of their lives yet. These are all examples of weak people who have given up on themselves and their future happiness. It's really unfortunate, but it's becoming worse and worse. Number 2, it's absolutely okay to remember the past once in a while. Nothing against that. But realize that the more you sit there and remember the past, the more time you are wasting on your present life. That's why it's called the present, people. It's a gift. It's right here, right now. You have to take advantage of it. Watch some old movies and listen to some old music. That's okay. Nothing against that, every once in a while. The point is to find what makes you happy. Whether it's playing old gaming systems, old video games, that sort of thing. Listening to old music, watching old movies. I get it. Or bringing back some old activities that you enjoyed doing back then. It's all good. But never let it take over your present life. Okay? You shouldn't be always talking about the past and how much better it was compared to today's world. Because if all we did is just do that all day, we will never see any positive progress in our world today. We would have a bunch of people who have given up on reality, essentially. A bunch of weak people who are ignoring today's responsibilities, completely ignoring, as human beings. What will future generations say about what we failed to accomplish today? What would they say? If all we did was remember the past and pretend that our present reality didn't exist. The past is the past. I hope you enjoyed it, but if you didn't, that's okay too. You have another shot. Right here. The future is now. Number 3, make your present life something for everyone to remember. Whether it's your family, friends, or other people you know, do something positive, something different, something productive, something useful that's highly beneficial to others and yourself. For example, what I'm doing right here, right now, positive messages, useful messages. I wrote a book. I did a 1-hour video course for everybody to take advantage of, to change your life for the better. You don't have to give me credit for it. Give yourself credit for taking it and for reading it. Whether it's a new art form or a new way of thinking that will greatly help change our world today. We have to be the change people. You can't rely on other people to change the world. It's all of us or none of us. It could be a different style of painting, singing, a new kind of martial art, or a fantastic idea for a new invention. The point is to expand your mind. Don't just sit there doing nothing. Miserable people who are always stuck in the past are the complete opposite, and therefore unproductive people who lack innovative, passionate ideas. They also have very poor attitudes when it's literally the same thing over and over every single day to no end. The same things come out of their mouths and they just revolve in their mind. Creating an exciting present life is all about willpower. If you think you have nothing to offer to the rest of the world, you are greatly mistaken. Everyone has something special to offer the world. So find out what it is and give it your best shot. I hear so many people like, I don't know why I'm here. What's the meaning of life? Oh my goodness, can you please stop? You're just completely failing the whole point of life. Life is an exploration, a journey. Number 4, stop lying to yourself by saying foolish things like living alone with no friends and no one to love with all of your heart and soul is fun. Because the truth is, it's not fun at all. And you should know that. Living with nobody by your side is the most unnatural thing anyone can do. These days I hear more and more immature people say that they are living happy lives by living all alone. Anyone who believes such a lie is just as gullible as these liars are. Almost everyone was born into a family. Almost everyone has had friends before. Almost everyone has colleagues and acquaintances, even strangers that they see. So nobody can say that humans were meant to live all alone, because such an unintelligent statement is 100% false. Humans are highly social creatures, if not the most social creatures that exist. This has been proven in far too many ways to count. Anyone who pretends they're happy living all by themselves is living in denial and simply coping with their own misery and suffering. What they need to do is stop acting like a loser and get out there where they can meet people to have fun with, even if it's a stranger. I know mom and dad said never talk to strangers, but in this case, if you have nobody in your life, what other option do you have? Life is dangerous as it is, okay? Just be responsible when you're approaching people you don't know. It's not that hard, people. You can't live in fear your entire life and be like, oh, everybody's dangerous. I can't talk to anybody these days. Are you serious? You want mommy and daddy to hold your hand for the rest of your life? You got to grow up. You got to have that warrior mindset. You got to be a human being. Being antisocial is unnatural, people. You're literally killing yourself. Slowly. You ever heard that song, Killing Me Softly? That's pretty much what you're doing to yourself. Number 5, living in the past means you don't care about the present, which means you are a dangerous person to be with. Think about it. Because why? Because it means you don't care about others and only care about yourself. This is a selfish, negative attitude, people. It begs the question, what else don't you care about? Because if someone needs your help, You can easily ignore them when they need your help the most, because you're stuck in your own self-created, miserable world of fear and laziness. There are lots of useless people stuck in the past who are extremely dangerous by choosing to get drunk so many times that they end up getting in car accidents, hurting or killing other innocent people that had nothing to do with your miserable reality. Physically fighting people or verbally abusing people just because they choose to be miserable. Miserable losers, okay? By far, the worst type of person stuck in the past doesn't even care about their newborn child, for example, and therefore completely neglects them, all because things aren't what they used to be. So they end up taking out their life failures on their own children. It happens, people. This is dangerous, this type of negative attitude. This whole wallowing in the past and fearing the future. You have to be responsible, because it is dangerous. And, those who say otherwise, they're not thinking about it. They're not. They don't even use the brain that's in their skull to think about it. Think about it. Number 6, get yourself stuck in the present, because only then will you redefine a new past while learning how to be anxious for even better life experiences in the future. Thus, your entire life will be a great memory after great memory forever. Think about it. You can remember your original past only when you need to, but soon you'll begin to enjoy a new past, all because you chose to take life by the horns and accomplish all the goals that you set out for yourself in order to live a happy life. You got to be the one to do it. I can't do it for you. I can help you get there, but you're ultimately the one who's going to have to do the steps. Imagine how awesome your future will be, guaranteed, if you started making all the lifestyle changes necessary in order to create a new reality for yourself. In fact, it's perhaps the greatest gift you could possibly give to yourself, because you'll be happy. Now imagine someone by your side who feels the same way you do. A partner who supports your every move, your every thought. A future soulmate who you cherish with all of your heart and soul, just as much as they cherish you. That's the ultimate reward in life. People are going to deny this, but those are the immature, unintelligent people. Because now your life is worth living for when you finally accomplish that goal. And that's what I'm here for. So whenever you see people celebrate their loneliness, or who are stuck in the past living sad, depressing lives, point them to this presentation or tell them all about what you've learned here. Be the positive change we need today. Because if you help me help others, and then and only then can we begin to create a new past, present, and future. Because what you do now is a new past. What we're about to do, well, that's going to be the future, isn't it? Until now it becomes a present, now it's a new past. Only this time, it will be one that future generations will appreciate and emulate. That means to do the same. So that only happiness exists as our new reality. So with all that said, let me go ahead and summarize what I'm saying here. You have to take action. If you don't enjoy today's, it doesn't matter how bad the world gets, people. In fact, if you look throughout history, the world has always been bad. Oh, but it's the worst ever right now. Stop it. Stop living in fear. It doesn't matter if the world is literally crumbling around you. What's the most important thing to cherish? Ask yourself right here, right now. What's the most valuable aspect or thing in your life? Anything. What's the most valuable thing? What do you hold as the most valuable in your life? For me, it's my soulmate. It's the love that we have. That's it. That goes above anything and everything. Why try to help others if I'm not happy? I have nothing to offer. So if you're not happy yet, you need to find your happiness. You need to find exactly, and don't say it's video games from the past, present, or what's going to come out in the future. Don't give me that immature answer. Don't be childish, people. You have to grow up. You have to take responsibility for yourself right here, right now. What you do right now is going to dictate what happens in the future, most likely, and how your new past is going to be. Because if you're stuck in the past, you're useless to yourself and to others. Think about it. You're just there. Might as well put you in a mental asylum with a straitjacket, spinning around in circles. If you're going to be stuck in the past. That's not harsh. That's reality, because you're a dangerous person to yourself and to others if you're stuck in the past. That's a mental illness, in my humble opinion. That means that you're not fit. You're not mentally and emotionally fit to live in this life that's already dangerous as it is. We don't need additional dangers. Imagine if you have this flashback when you're driving or you're handling dangerous machinery or whatnot, whatever the case is, or you're holding a baby in your hands and all of a sudden you have this flashback. It's not PTSD, but it's just, oh, do you remember this time when, or you're living in depression every single day, hoping that the past will magically come back to be your new reality. It's not going to happen. It never will happen. So learn how to let go. Your mind is always going to remember good and bad times, and good and bad things are always going to happen. It's how you handle it right here, right now that counts. That's what being a human being is all about. When we were all born outside of our mothers, okay, we came into this world, we were crying because we don't even know what this world is about. And then we were thrown into school from preschool all the way to hopefully high school. And you graduate from high school, whatever the story is, go to college, don't go to college, it doesn't matter. Life is going to be thrown at you like a bullet. So how are you going to take it? You better catch it between your teeth, because there's a lot of bullets out there. So if you're stuck there living in the past, guess what? Nothing but bad news in the future. You have to be responsible. That also means mentally and emotionally responsible, not just for yourself, but for others. Why do you think I do what I do? If I only cared about myself, I wouldn't even be doing this. I do this for my soulmate and myself because we want to get positive, useful information out there. She dared me to write a book. She helped me start all of this. What are you doing to help better the world today? Are you just going to sit there, watch, play video games and watch movies all day and just on rerun, just the same stuff over and over? Now, there's a time for that. But ask yourself, ultimately, what are you doing to better your life and to help others better their lives? What kind of advice are you giving? Are you stuck in the drama circle? Just drama every day. Useless drama. Little kitty drama that goes nowhere. He said, she said, pointing fingers all day, laughing at others at their expense, not being productive or helpful or kind to others. I get it. Some people are going to have their negative times and their moments, but don't live in that forever. Be mature about it. Get out of that. So I really hope that this hits home for many of you watching, either post-stream or right now, because the world is really immature right now in so many ways, and it's dangerous in so many ways. Not because of what governments do. That's always going to be dangerous. The billionaires in control. It's about what you're doing in the end. Because even if the whole world fell into our hands, into the hands of the people, and now we have the control, it's going to be far more dangerous with a bunch of immature, toxic losers. Mostly. Because nobody knows how to take responsibility for themselves and for each other. Yeah, that's going to be worse than anarchy, complete chaos. So what I'm saying is it starts here right now, okay? Mentally and emotionally. So if you don't believe in living with a soulmate, you're not going to make it in this life. You need to find that person. Not in a rush. Don't rush. So I'm here to guide you if you want it. I can only help those who want to help themselves. I'm not a genie in a bottle. Okay? But be sure to rub me the right way, because if you rub me the wrong way, you go bye-bye. Okay? Because I only work with productive, strong-minded people. Even if you're just a little bit strong, that's good. You're moving in the right direction. Positive, forward, ahead, moving forward, right? So with that said, much love to everybody. Hope you guys enjoy your weekend as much as I will. And like I said, for every 10 new subscribers, I'll give you another show. But every Friday for the moment, guaranteed show. That's where I'm going to leave it for the moment unless I change my mind. So much love to everybody. Thank you for listening. And for goodness sake, for your own sake, live in the present moment. Okay? All right. Much love.